All right, you've decided to hop in your time machine and zap yourself a billion years into the future. Buckle up, because what you're about to witness might be, well, beyond imagination. 1 billion years from now, everything familiar is gone. Earth's landscapes, completely unrecognizable. The continents have danced around and formed supercontinents, shifting and colliding over millions of years. Yep, oceans have come and gone. Mountains have risen and crumbled. Imagine, the Himalayas, once the towering giants, are now flattened, turned to mere bumps on the surface. What a shock, right? And the sky. Oh, the sky isn't the soft blue we know. Nope, it's changed dramatically. The sun, our friendly star, is nearing the end of its life. Over this billion-year stretch, it's grown hotter, fiercer, and much, much larger. It's no longer that gentle warmth you'd feel on a sunny day. Now, it's this scorching giant, almost blindingly bright, filling much of the sky and radiating so much heat that Earth is, well, almost oven-like. Let's talk plants. Think Earth still has lush green forests and colorful flowers? Ha! Not even close. Most of the familiar trees, flowers, and even grasses you'd recognize are long gone. The planet is too hot for most of them to survive. Plants now have evolved super thick, waxy layers to keep every precious drop of water from evaporating. Trees? Nope. Think more like cacti. Huge, alien-looking ones. Forests of twisted, spiny, almost reptilian plants cover the land, adapted to an Earth that's practically on fire. Animals? Hold on to your seat, because they're even stranger. Most mammals, as we know them, couldn't survive the intense heat. Evolution had to get creative. Let's say the descendants of cockroaches and lizards rule the land now. They've become bigger, stronger, smarter, and a lot scarier. Picture a cross between a lizard and a wolf. With scales as tough as armor, they roam this scorching landscape, hunting and surviving. Honestly, if one of them saw you, well, run. These things are fast, efficient predators, built for survival in a land that would be impossible for us. Oceans, you ask? Surprisingly, a few of them still exist, but they're nothing like the oceans we know. The seas are so salty, they're practically soup. Any fish you'd recognize? Long gone. Instead, strange alien-like creatures float around, perfectly adapted to these briny waters. They're almost like a mix between a jellyfish and a squid, translucent and ghostly, floating through dense, super salty water. It's eerie, like a scene from a science fiction movie. Now, let's take a look at the cities. You'd think there'd be some trace of human civilization, right? A building here, a statue there. Sorry to break it to you, but nope. A billion years is way too long for anything human-made to last. Everything we built, everything we achieved, reduced to dust, wiped clean by time. No skyscrapers, no pyramids, no statues. Nature has reclaimed everything. It's as if humanity was just a tiny blip in Earth's history. Ah, but speaking of humanity, is there still any sign of us? Good question. Humans, in the form we know today, couldn't survive in this world. But maybe, just maybe, our descendants live on, in some form. Let's imagine a new kind of human, adapted to this harsh world. They'd be unrecognizable, shorter, tougher, maybe with tougher skin to withstand the sun, or even a set of eyelids to block the intense light. Communication? It might not even be verbal anymore. They could have developed entirely new senses we can't even comprehend. Or, if they're not on Earth, maybe they've left entirely. Over the billion-year timeline, perhaps humanity spread to other planets, or maybe even other galaxies. Imagine humans evolved into space travelers, spreading out across the stars, adapting to life on different planets. Our descendants could look completely alien to us now. Would they even remember Earth? Now let's zoom out even further. Beyond Earth, our entire galaxy is changing too. Stars that we know now, many are gone. They've exploded in supernovae or faded into darkness. The Milky Way itself is no longer alone. By now, it has collided with Andromeda, our neighboring galaxy. Together, they've formed a colossal new galaxy, filled with billions of stars. Imagine the night sky. It would be absolutely breathtaking, filled with stars we could never dream of seeing today. And guess what? The entire universe has been changing as well. It's expanding faster and faster, galaxies moving apart at mind-blowing speeds. Space itself is stretching out, so distant galaxies are slipping out of view, vanishing beyond the horizon of what we can ever see. It's like the universe is getting too big, too stretched out for even light to travel across. One day it could get so vast that it just fades to black. So as you stand here looking at this strange world, you realize everything you knew, all the familiar sights, sounds, smells, gone. But at the same time, everything is still here in a new form. Earth hasn't disappeared, it's simply changed. Life hasn't ended, it's adapted. The universe hasn't stopped, it's evolving, growing, pushing forward. The only constant is change itself. And just when you think you've seen it all, your time machine signals it's time to return. You blink, and in an instant, you're back in your own time, surrounded by the green trees, the blue sky, and the familiar faces of today. Everything feels comforting, reassuring, but also different. You've just glimpsed the far future, a place that feels like another universe entirely, and yet it's still our Earth, our galaxy, our universe, just a billion years down the road.